Welcome to Informed Tourist. This is Curtis, your traveling guru. Ever wondered what's really behind those perfect vacation photos? The truth is, many dream destinations hide serious problems beneath the surface. From environmental disasters to social crises, the world's most popular tourist spots are buckling under their own fame. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on places like Bali, Venice, and Hawaii. We'll reveal the unsettling realities of overtourism. And at the end, I'll share a hidden gem you won't want to miss. So grab your popcorn. This isn't your typical travel guide. Let's get into the dark side of tourism. Bali, the island of the gods, or so Instagram says. But behind those dreamy sunsets and turquoise waves, there's a side of Bali that rarely makes it onto your feed. The reality: pristine beaches are often buried under piles of plastic, especially during monsoon season, when ocean currents dump tons of waste onto the sand. The contrast between the Bali you imagine and the Bali you find can be shocking. The island is choking on garbage, a direct result of unchecked tourism, rapid development, and poor waste management. Rivers become clogged with plastic and the streets overflow with trash, threatening both the environment and the health of locals. The government has even declared garbage emergencies, mobilizing workers and volunteers to clean up, but the problem persists year after year, outpacing efforts to solve it. Tourism's boom has led to a construction frenzy. Luxury villas and resorts spring up where rice paddies once stood, displacing locals and putting immense pressure on water resources and traditional ways of life. Many Balinese are priced out of their own land, watching ancestral homes sold to foreign investors. Generations-old communities are being uprooted and the sense of belonging is fading. The spiritual heart of Bali is being stretched thin, as sacred rituals and ceremonies are increasingly performed for tourists rather than for the community itself. Tourists often disrespect sacred sites, ignoring signs and customs, prompting talk of etiquette classes for visitors and sparking frustration among locals. The disconnect is real. Trihita Karana, the Balinese philosophy of harmony, feels ironic as tourists argue over pennies, trespass for the perfect photo, or treat sacred places as mere backdrops. If you visit, be part of the solution. Support local businesses, join a beach cleanup, learn some Bahasa Indonesia, and respect local customs. Your actions matter more than you think. Remember, you're a guest in someone else's home. A little respect goes a long way in preserving what makes Bali special. Bali's paradise is fragile. Don't be part of its downfall. Ditch the influencer antics and think about the impact you leave behind. Participate in a beach cleanup even if it's just for an hour. Every bit helps, and your example can inspire others. Show respect for sacred sites. Support locally owned businesses and artisans who keep Balinese culture alive. Help Bali survive as more than just a backdrop for your vacation photos. Let your visit be a force for good, not just another story for your feed. Venice, La Serenissima, the floating city. Venice, La Serenissima, the floating city. Venice, La Serenissima, the floating city. It's a dream destination, but reality is far less romantic. 30 million tourists a year overwhelm its narrow streets and canals. Rising sea levels and relentless crowds threaten the city's very existence. Cruise ships disgorge thousands of day trippers, polluting and eroding Venice's fragile foundations. Locals are outnumbered, and authentic shops are replaced by tourist trinkets. Venice is becoming a theme park, its culture hollowed out for visitors. The magic is buried under crowds and commercialism. Want the real Venice? Visit in the off-season or explore alternatives like Chioggia or Lake Como. You'll find charm, history, and space to breathe. Don't just tick boxes, seek authentic experiences. Venice's survival depends on mindful tourism. Hawaii, the Aloha State. A dream destination for millions, where turquoise waves meet golden sands and the spirit of aloha welcomes all. For tourists, it's paradise, but for many locals, especially native Hawaiians, this paradise is becoming harder to call home. Tourism has driven the cost of living sky high. Housing prices have soared, and basic necessities are more expensive than almost anywhere else in the U.S. Many native Hawaiians and longtime residents can't afford to stay in the communities their families have lived in for generations. Locals are being displaced, forced to leave their ancestral home. The heartbreak of leaving behind family, friends, and culture is a reality for thousands each year. Water shortages hit residents while resorts keep their pools and golf courses lush. The resources that sustain local life are often prioritized for visitors, leaving communities to struggle with restrictions and scarcity. The spirit of aloha is commercialized, and sacred sites are overrun by disrespectful visitors. Places that hold deep spiritual meaning are treated as photo ops, eroding their significance. Hawaiian culture is packaged for entertainment, not respected as a living heritage. Authentic traditions are often reduced as spectacles for tourist amusement, rather than honored as vital parts of daily life. The economy depends on tourism, but it's harming the people and culture that make Hawaii unique. While tourism brings jobs and revenue, it also creates deep social and environmental costs that locals bear every day. If you visit, travel with respect, malama aina, care for the land. Participate in efforts to protect Hawaii's fragile ecosystems and support community initiatives. Support local businesses and native Hawaiian-owned enterprises. Your choices can help sustain families and preserve authentic culture. Learn about the real history and culture. Choose sustainable accommodations, and seek out experiences led by locals who share their stories and traditions. Remember, your vacation spot is someone else's home and heritage. Be a responsible guest. Your actions matter more than you think. Hawaii's future depends on it. Together we can help ensure that this paradise remains a home for its people, not just a playground for visitors. Don't let paradise become a problem. The choices you make today shape the Hawaii of tomorrow. Paris, the city of love, or the scam capital of Europe. This city has inspired poets, artists, and dreamers for centuries, but it's also a place where reality can hit hard for unsuspecting travelers. The fantasy is everywhere: moonlit strolls along the sand, flaky croissants in cozy cafes, and romance that seems to float in the air. Paris is the ultimate backdrop for love stories and unforgettable memories. But the reality for many visitors: endless crowds, clever scams, and the exhaustion that comes from chasing the Parisian dream alongside millions of other tourists. Scams are everywhere: gold ring tricks, fake petitions, and the infamous bracelet hustle. Even the most careful travelers can find themselves targeted by smooth-talking scammers. Stay alert, say no, and don't let anyone grab your wrist. A moment's distraction can cost you more than just a few euros. Major attractions mean hours-long lines and packed metros. The city's most famous sites are magnets for both tourists and opportunists. Service can be brisk, and the city's charm is often buried under tourist overload. Sometimes it feels like everyone in the world is here at once. Everyone flocks to the same 10 sites, turning art appreciation into a box-ticking exercise. The magic can get lost in the shuffle. But Paris isn't just the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. There's so much more to discover beyond the postcard images. Get off the beaten path. Explore lesser-known neighborhoods and smaller museums. Wander through hidden streets where locals actually live and breathe. Or try other French cities: Lyon for food, Bordeaux for wine, Strasbourg for fairy tale vibes. France's magic isn't limited to Paris alone. The real French charm is waiting, beyond the crowds and cliches. Be a smart traveler, and you'll find moments of genuine beauty and peace. Paris can still be magical if you know where to look. Seek out the quiet corners, early mornings, and hidden gems. Don't let the scams steal your experience. Stay aware, but don't let fear overshadow your adventure. Seek out the authentic side of France, and you'll discover a country that's even more enchanting than the postcards promise. Santorini, the Instagram dream, but the reality is far from serene. Crowds pack the narrow streets of Oya and Fira, all chasing the same sunset photo. The famous view, often blocked by selfie sticks and mobs of tourists. Instagram culture has led to disrespect. Tourists trespass on private property for the perfect shot. Locals' homes have become backdrops, and their privacy is constantly invaded. The island's resources are stretched thin, and workers are overburdened. Even the donkeys used for tourist rides suffer from overwork. Santorini is becoming a caricature of itself, overpriced and overcrowded. Want a real Greek island experience? Try Paros, Naxos, or Amorgos. These islands offer beauty, authenticity, and space to breathe. Don't let Instagram dictate your travels. Respect the places you visit. Find your own slice of paradise, without the crowds. Cancun, the ultimate party paradise, but built on a manufactured illusion. Created by computer in the 1960s, Cancun was designed for tourism, not community. The hotel zone is a luxury bubble, cut off from real Mexican culture and local life. All-inclusive resorts keep tourist money inside, leaving little for the local economy. Mangrove forests and coral reefs have been destroyed to make way for mega resorts. The natural beauty that drew visitors is being lost to overdevelopment and pollution. Local vendors are often kept off the beaches, further isolating tourists from authentic experiences. If you want the real Mexico, venture beyond the hotel zone. Explore Mérida, swim in cenotes, visit Mayan ruins, or relax in Tulum, before it's too late. Seek out genuine culture and support local communities. Cancun's paradise is only skin deep. Don't settle for a sanitized vacation. Discover the real Yucatan. Dubai, the city of superlatives, but its luxury is built on invisible labor. Behind the glittering skyline are millions of migrant workers living in harsh conditions. Many are trapped by confiscated passports and broken promises. Labor camps sit in the desert, far from the opulence they help create. Dubai's progress is fueled by exploitation, not magic. The city brands itself as futuristic, but its labor practices are stuck in the past. Tourists and expats enjoy freedom and luxury, while workers have few rights. If you visit, consider the ethics of your trip. For a more authentic and responsible experience, try Oman. Stunning landscapes, rich culture, and genuine hospitality. Don't be blinded by the mirage. Travel with awareness. Choose destinations that value people as much as profit. The Maldives, paradise, but living on borrowed time. Rising sea levels threaten to erase these islands within our lifetime. Tourism fuels the economy, but also the carbon emissions driving climate change. Most resorts isolate tourists on private islands, keeping local culture out of sight. Staff live in basic dorms, working long hours to maintain the luxury illusion. The one island, one resort policy creates a tourism bubble, paradise for some, hardship for others. You're paying for isolation, not authenticity. If you want a sustainable, immersive experience, consider the Seychelles or Palawan in the Philippines. These destinations protect their environment and support local communities. The Maldives is beautiful, but its future is uncertain. Don't just chase luxury, think about your impact. Choose places where your visit makes a positive difference. Paradise should be shared, not segregated. Travel responsibly. We've seen the dark side of famous destinations, but there's hope. The hidden gem, Slovenia. Nestled in Europe, it offers alpine beauty, emerald rivers, and fairy tale castles, without the crowds. Hike the Julian Alps, kayak the Socha River, and explore Ljubljana, the European green capital. Slovenia leads in sustainable tourism and authentic culture. This is the kind of travel we should seek. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist. Subscribe for more conscious travel insights.